Hi guys, I'm doing a little test experiment today because my last painting that I did, well actually it wasn't the last one, it was three paintings back. I didn't like the outcome, and I'm pretty sure it was down to the glue. I used that glue as the pouring medium mixed with the water, and I know all my mixtures were right. I mixed that with water, and I've used other glues and they've been fine. I know my paint mixtures was right. So I know everything was right, but it didn't work now. I'm trying out, because I'm in the UK, we can only get this Oatrol, which is actually quite expensive. So it's quite an expensive pouring medium. So I know in the US you can get the Floetrol, which is quite cheap, and also in Australia. But we can't get that in the UK, so I'm always on the lookout and doing tests for things that can be bought quite inexpensively and that work. So I've got this, which is a builder's PVA Bond. So I'm testing this out today. This is a 5 litre container, and I got this off Amazon, and it's quite cheap to buy. And I've mixed it in my little bottles, and I put 175ml of that PVA Bond, and then poured water up to the 250ml. So 75ml of water, 175ml of PVA Bond. And then I gave it a really good shake, put tissue over that end, hold the top, really good shake to mix that up. And then I've mixed it with my paints. Now, I haven't done anything else because I wanted to give this the fair test, so I knew it was just that mixture for my pouring medium. So some of my colours might seem quite light in colour, such as this one. But I wanted to get the right consistency by just adding that pouring medium, and this is the Extreem Sheen, DecoArt Extreem Sheen Amethyst. So it's quite a lot lighter. Now I'm hoping when it dries, it will dry more of the colour in the bottle. And also this one, which is the DecoArt Extreem Sheen Sapphire. And this one is quite a lot lighter in colour as well. So I'm hoping they do dry more to the natural colour, the colour in the bottle. But I don't know. So my other colours, I've got Pebeo Iridescent Blue Black, which is that one. Actually, that looks like it's a little bit thick. I'm going to put a wee bit more pouring medium in that one, because I haven't measured the paint mixtures. I've just mixed them to the consistency. After adding the paint, I then put the pouring medium in till I got the right consistency. So that looks a bit better. And then I've got Arteza Mars Brown. Because I've let them stand a little bit, they have gone a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. So no measurements for these, just mixed it until I get the right consistency. And that's why I'm only working on a little canvas today. And then I've got Arteza Mid Yellow. That one's fine. Arteza mixed yellow, mid yellow, and I've got Pebeo Iridescent Orange Yellow. And that one does need a little bit more in. So although they've stood for a little while, they haven't stood for long enough to let the bubbles burst, because as you may know, I'm impatient with my waiting for my paints. So we're going to see how it goes. So all I'm going to do, I put 2 of these cups because they're a bit squashy and I don't want them to squash when I've got my mixture in there. So we'll get started. I think I've told you everything. My black is just Arteza black. Made a little bit runnier just in case I need to put some around the edge to let it flow, to help with the flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in first. We're not going to need a lot because this is it's only an 8 by 8 canvas, so we don't need a lot in there. So it'll be interesting to see how these colours turn out, or if the mixture works at all, really, because I just don't know. I'm going to then put a little bit of this iridescent blue-black in there. So just going to keep layering. Do some smaller layers in the bottom. I've been doing loads of different testing for things just lately, and I just thought I would record this one to see how it goes. I've not tried it before. I haven't tried this at all. So this is, you're seeing this as I'm doing it for the first time. We're not actually going to need a lot more in there. I think that will probably be enough. So we're just going to do a ring pour. Yeah. Give that a quick torch. Like I said, there's plenty of bubbles because I didn't wait, or didn't wait for long. Oopsie, good job that was the empty pot. I've got paint on the end of my torch now. Let's get that off there. I'm such a klutz, you know. So flipping clumsy. Right, I'm just going to put some of this, get these paints out of the way so I don't knock those over. And then I'm just going to put a bit of that black around the edge to help it flow. I never get in the centre. I think I've got an aversion to the centre of a canvas. Just bring that down a bit. There. That's that. Give that a quick torch around the edges. There. Now my gloves, I recycle my gloves. Just think this is something that we could all do, because these are nitrile gloves and they're really strong. So I don't throw them away after every use. I actually do wash them. I just chuck them in a bowl of water when I've finished and then wash them inside and out, and they're ready to go for next time, because we need to preserve as much as we can and not have so much waste, don't we? So I'm just going to turn that round in a circle, get it covering the board a bit more, the canvas a bit more. Trying to open up those rings. So far so good. It seems to be keeping its rings nicely. Be interesting to see how it dries. I'm going to start coming off the corners. And take it back to the centre. It's actually looking quite pretty. There's some nice colours in there. And like I say, it does seem to be holding up quite nicely. And I'm going to come off this corner down the bottom. And back. See how that opens up those rings nicely. And then down to this corner. Off the corner and back again. So it's keeping the colours separated nicely. They haven't all blended in together. So just take it off that last corner. And the sides nicely covered as well, which they're looking good. Can touch the corners up afterwards. And I'll just take it back that way a bit. There. What do you think, guys? Really can see all those colours. Right, gloves are coming off, which means I'm not going to tilt it anymore. Get off my hands, give it a torch. See some cells coming through there. That's actually looking really pretty. We'll just leave it a little while, see what develops, and then I will bring you down for a close-up, because those lines are looking really rather good. That's not a bad first test for that PVA Bond, because if it works, that could be a good pouring medium for all sorts of painting techniques. So I'll just bring you down for a close-up now, and then let me just turn my overhead light off. So this is it as it is now, and you can see there are, I'm sorry, I've got the shadow of my camera, my phone in there. You can see those cells coming through. That's the DecoArt Extreem Sheen that leave the cells. I used the blue and the purple, the Amethyst and the, what was that one? Sapphire. So they do give the cells. So look at those lines, they are so nicely defined. You can see all the colours in there. So the pouring medium, the PVA Bond as a pouring medium does seem to work. I'm going to see how it dries, and I'll show you the dried results. I'll put it on its side, and hopefully it'll be better when I get the camera shadow in there. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, click the like button and subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell notification so you get notified when we bring out more videos. Please comment below, share my video, all that good stuff, because it all helps us little YouTubers with our creating our art projects to bring to you. And please go, if you're on Twitter, go and follow me on Twitter if you can, because I've joined Twitter and I haven't got many followers on there, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but any followers would be appreciated. So that's that one. We'll see how that dries. But it looks fab, doesn't it? I'm really impressed with it so far. So bye for now. So this is the dried results, and it's dried absolutely beautifully. Nice and smooth. You can see all the rings, all nicely defined still. So it's all held together nicely. So I'm really pleased with that. I think that's worked lovely. So I've also done a video, which I'm just still waiting for them to dry. So I won't be putting that out until they're dry, because I wanted to show the final results. I've done a Dutch pour and a straight pour, and they both look fantastic. So it also works for the Dutch pour, but I will show the results when I put the video out. I'll show the dried results of those as well. But I really do think that's quite a good success, because that PVA Bond is really reasonably priced. So that's that one. See you in the next video. Bye for now.